Hello and welcome to Melomaniax, the podcast where we take unbiased deep dives into the biggest musicians and bands of all time. I'm Ashton.
And I'm Dallas. Before we get started, do you want more weird music history, bonus episodes, and a backstage pass to the show? Hit up our Patreon at patreon.com/melomaniax with an X. For just $5 a month, you're going to get bonus episodes, early drops, access to our Discord community, and a whole lot more. Help us keep these deep dives coming. Join the crew today. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So we are doing an episode called The Best Year in Music. If you've been following along the last 6 months, we've been diving into the decades of music and figuring out which year out of the decades. We did 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, thousands, and tens, and we decided which year we thought was the best out of those decades. Now it's time to put all of those head to head and discover or decide what the best year in music was. Now, obviously, there's some apples and oranges stuff going on here. And also, we have one caveat to make. Originally, when we did our episode on the 60s, when we started this whole thing, we closed that episode deciding that 65 was the best year of the 60s. We have since amended that to 69. I think if you go back and listen, you'll hear us kind of debate at the end, and we were in between 65 and 69, but we've now looked back and decided with some distance and some time that 69 definitely ekes out 65. So that is where we're going to start today. But before that, we want to run you through our point system and what we've developed to kind of give this some level of objectivity. So Ashton, go ahead and hit him with it.
So today we're going to be giving out a point for a notable debut. So any kind of known band that, like that ends up being something. If they debut, they'll get a point. And then for any just like a good album released by a band or notable albums, they'll get a point. And then for heaters, like something that's like a diamond album, or even just this will be up to Dallas and I to agree, but like a band's, even if it's not a diamond, but maybe a band's biggest album that they released, that's a 2-pointer. And so we'll do and that'll be the only point system. So you'll get a point for a debut, a point for a good album, 2 points for a killer album. And
yeah, I think good and killer more defined as like good selling and like super selling.
Yeah, it's going to be more based on sales, not our opinions. So you're going to get that 2 point if you had, like at least 5 times platinum or like, millions and millions of sales. So right. Yeah, you'll know it when you see it. That's the only way to explain the 2-pointer.
Yeah. Like Eagles' greatest hits, Purple Rain,
Thriller,
things like that.
Yeah, those kind of things. Those are all 2-pointers,
yeah.
Super quick. Yeah.
Right, for sure. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and dive in. Now, obviously, there's so much music in these decades, and we have to get through all 5 of these years, or 6 of these years. Yeah, wow, in one episode. So this is going to be a little bit longer episode. We're hoping to maybe keep it around an hour. We are going to be moving quick, so follow along. If we miss stuff, too bad. It's just because we missed it. So go back, find it, let us know. Let us know what we missed. We want to know where we fell through the cracks. We're starting off January 1969 hard with Led Zeppelin's debut. I think that is an obvious point.
Oh, yeah,
in
for
the
sure.
1969 category.
And right below it is another point, actually.
Yellow Submarine by the Beatles. And then below that, was there anything on? So Creedence Clearwater Bayou Country.
Which album is this of theirs? The second?
We need to see what was on that. Born on the Bayou.
Third
Proud
is
Mary,
the good.
Yeah.
This is a good one. This is a point.
I think that's a point. So we're at 3 points in 69, and we're like barely into like the February.
I know, right?
We're not. We're barely into January. Iron Butterfly Ball. Some of this, yeah, okay, so that was a follow-up. So then Aretha Franklin's Soul 69, that was a number 1 album. So that's a point. We're at 4.
Oh, she hit number 1 with that? Woo! Go Aretha.
Okay. Then we're Fleetwood Mac English Rose with the album cover just so pretty.
Oh, gosh. That's a compilation, though.
I don't think what was in that. I don't know what was in that.
Sorry, guys. If you
Bob
know
Seger?
If you know our how we work over here, other than probably the Eagles' greatest hits albums ain't gonna cut it for our point system. Eagles get a special pass, but
that's a good point.
Outside of that, you're not going to see us putting greatest hits and compilation albums on this list too much. All right.
We're into February now.
We are.
Goodbye by Cream. That's their last album. I don't think there's anything on
I don't.
that.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about Cream. Beach Boys.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking some pretty older stuff there. I see
Temptations, Cloud 9. I don't know.
I mean, nothing in February. We're in March now.
Yep, moving.
All right, so right off the bat, we have a few big debuts. We have Genesis's debut, and we have Free's debut, and we have James Gang's debut, which is why am I blanking on the name? Joe Walsh's
Yeah, that's
band.
what I'm looking. Yep. Oh, I didn't know that.
Steppenwolf has an album. I don't think that's a point album though. Oh, Frank Sinatra, My Way.
I was just about to say this is a good Frank Sinatra album too, I believe. Wait a second, let me look. Standard to just. Okay, yep. Yeah. We'll give.
I think
a point
we have
for
a
that
pretty
one.
big James Brown album with "Say It Loud." I'm Black and I'm Proud.
That is a big one. Yep, I enjoy that one.
And now I think we're moving into April.
Is that the? Oh no, that's the third. Okay, yep. Into April. Neil Diamond. I don't really know that one.
Let's cover these debuts real quick. We have Joe Cocker and Chicago, so that's two right there. Also Taste, but I don't know them well enough to give them a point there. Now we do get Marvin Gaye's album MPG. Was there anything on that one? I don't think so. Johnny Winter.
Not super familiar with that one.
Yeah, nothing blowing us away this year or this month. Moving into May.
Okay.
One notable debut. There's 5 debuts. One notable. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. That'll be a point there.
Let's see. Any other notable albums here?
We get George Harrison's second. I don't think there's anything on that. Joni Mitchell's Clouds. That's her second. Let's see, though.
Do I always remember how much I like Booker T and
that's
the
her
MGs every time I read their name? Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yeah,
It's a sweet name. Let's start a tribute called Diplodocus.
Diplodocus.
A tribute to T-Rex.
Just the most, just
Triceratops. Just all right, we're in June. Now here's a big debut. A few actually. We get
you're not lying.
Two big. There's a few debuts, a couple really big ones. Elton John and Alice Cooper both debut. Debut. DEY space BOO. This is my debut.
Okay, I'm looking at some of these other
Pink
albums.
Floyd released more.
Yeah,
You're
that's
the resident Pink Floyd expert. What's that?
Pass.
It does say soundtrack.
It's to a movie. I'm looking right now to see if there's any albums on here that are big. Is that Deep Purple album anything?
Yeah, I think that is. Oh wait, maybe not. Nah, hold on.
That's why I was like, it says U.S. third album, so it makes me think it's one of those release things where they released it in another country. Okay, nothing. Okay.
And that's like a different. Deep Purple's probably been through more lineups than any other band.
All right. That's
Best of Bee Gees obviously doesn't count.
I do think that's all we have for that month. Yep. Everything else looks it's just
July continues. Everybody sees the success of these other bands and everybody keeps debuting. We have a ton of debuts.
How many are
Yes.
worth? Oh, there's a good one. Yep.
Yes is one. And then I saw down here Leslie West with Mountain. That's a big one.
Okay.
Mississippi Queen. That was him.
Yeah, I didn't know that was. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's cool. Love that song. All right.
Okay,
outside
now we
of
gotta circle
debuts,
back
what do
here
we got? That Doors album isn't anything special.
Moby Grape, dude.
They're still doing it. Oh man, Moby Grape.
Barbra Streisand.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
Let's
think
look
so.
at-
All right, we're moving on.
I was gonna say we'd have to click on the album and
August.
see.
All right, this one might be a little bit up for debate, but Humble Pie's debut. What do you think? They were one of the bands that ended up inspiring a lot of other bands, Guns N' Roses being the notable one.
I'm not familiar with them, but if you want to give them,
They
a
did the
point, go
song
for it.
I Don't Need No Doctor. I think that's them. But beyond that, so we will give them a point. But we also have quite a few big debuts in this month. We're in August. The Stooges, that's Iggy Pop's original band, Santana, and Grand Funk Railroad. That's 4 points right there. 69 is going to be tough. It's just debuts are carrying it.
That's what we said in our original episode, was that 69 just had nothing but debuts, like building it up. What is
James Brown releasing 2 albums in a day? Good job. That's crazy.
I love that name. Boz Skaggs.
Yeah, I love that.
I think that's it for that month.
Okay, moving into September. Janis Joplin's debut. That's definitely one.
There you go. There's a point. Then Play On. I don't really know that Fleet.
Yeah, I was going to say Fleetwood Mac. I don't know that one.
I do.
The band?
Love the band's. Is that the one that has the song?
It's got, like, every song's highlighted. What's the one you're thinking of?
I'm trying to think.
Across the Great Divide, Rag Mama Rag, The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down.
I think it's The Shape I'm In. This looks
Up
like a big
on
album
Cripple
of theirs,
Creek.
though.
All right. I'm not super familiar with it, but it seems like it gets a point.
Yeah, I know a couple of the band songs, but that one has a lot of links. It looks like that's one of their better albums.
And then right after it, the Beatles' Abbey Road. Feel like that's a point. That might be 2 points.
Wait, Abbey Road? That's a double. That's a 2-pointer.
I feel like that's a 2-pointer, yeah.
If I had to.
I mean, just look at the album art and tell me that's not a 2-pointer.
I know, right?
Like
I know, right?
It's like, it's got to be one of the top album arts of all time. And it's not even that good. It's just so iconic.
And
it actually
60 years later, and there's 60 years later, there's still millions of posters of that album on walls.
The studio's named after this album.
Yeah. 2 points. I don't think anyone's going to argue. So, yeah.
I think we're good there. I don't see anything else, though, this month. I see some good stuff, but nothing
Bomb Seeker System. Yeah, nothing that's getting points. Here. Yeah, you're right. Move into October.
I see John Denver's debut.
Oh, I love John Denver.
So I think that's definitely getting a point.
King Crimson debut.
Yeah, that's a point. I'm not super familiar with them, but that's a point.
That's another Moby Grape. Your band's favorite band. You know what I mean?
But I think they're actually
but I did.
And
yeah,
Moby
I was going
Grape
to say. I think
is Moby Grape. Okay, so Led Zeppelin 2. Definite point there. What's the CCR album? Willie and the Poor Boys.
It's not bad, but we're not going to give a point for this one.
It does have Fortunate Son, though.
Oh, it does.
That's like their biggest song,
too. That's right.
I think that's a point. It's that one song carrying an
album.
I was
going to say, I forget because it's that one song, but it's like, yeah.
Now that does. Oh, here's Free by Free. Does that have All Right Now? I think it might.
All right now.
It does not.
Baby,
that is Paul Rogers, though, which is good. Okay, November.
All right, that's
the Allman Brothers Band debut.
Yep.
Jeez.
That's a good one.
Love
That's a heater.
Another Pink Floyd, Uma Guma. What's this?
Not a bit. This one's another one we're not giving a point to.
Okay, now we do get David Bowie's self-titled, which was eventually retitled to Space Odyssey, so that's clearly a point. Or sorry, right. Space Oddity, not Odyssey. I misspoke.
Let's see.
Mott the Hoople, do they get a debut point? I feel like they get a point.
Who?
Mott the Hoople.
Oh, Mott the Hoople. I don't think I've heard of them,
but
if you think they deserve a point, I trust you.
They're around. They've been around.
They did a thing or two here or there.
Once or twice.
Rod Stewart. What is this Rod Stewart album?
I didn't recognize it. Oh, wait a second.
The Rod
That's
Stewart
his debut solo studio album. I think that counts.
Oh, yeah. I see. There's just a whole lot. Yep, for sure. Rod Stewart, come on down and get a point. Grab yourself a point. Chicken Shack.
He's like super stoked to be on the show.
Dude, I know, right?
Dude, thank you guys so much.
With Jackson 5 debut?
What do you think about? I'm in December here. What do you think about the Rolling Stones' "Let It Bleed"?
What is on it? Yeah, I'm not.
Oh
my lord, yes, for sure.
Give me Shelter right off the bat. So yeah, that's getting a point. 33. B.B. King, Completely Well.
Doesn't look like.
Oh yeah. It's got The Thrill Is Gone. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He won a Grammy and stuff. So yeah, that definitely counts.
And then
one
the
of his
Jackson
one of his top
5
songs.
debut.
Yeah, that changes musical history right there.
That's a point. Yeah. That's it for me on this year then.
I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, do you want to take a guess at how many points 69 got?
17.
35.
Oh my lord, I was only at half. Gosh, that added up
heater.
quick.
Now we are into 1976. Same rules apply. Let's dive in. January. I mean, right off the bat, I see Bob Dylan, but I don't know. Like, he's got too much stuff. You know, like there's a happy medium. I feel like between like being Guns N' Roses having like 2-3 albums and then being like Willie Nelson having 154. Like, it's too much.
This one,
you got to find that.
This one is going to get him a point. I clicked on it. It's a double platinum album that hit #1 on the Billboard 200.
Jesus Christ, people were starving for music.
It's got tons. Like, every song has like its own like section of description.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's
all right, Bob. You got a point. Well done.
Good job, Bob.
Good job, Bob.
Good job.
A few notable compilations. Elvis Presley, Jethro Tull.
Was there ever a more generic
again,
worker in the music industry than Bob Dylan?
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob.
I'm the people's guy.
Yeah.
You know, I just work and I sing and I write.
Rat.
Hey, Frampton Comes Alive. That's one of the most famous albums of all time for live albums. So that's getting to point 2. David Bowie's Station to Station. Yeah, that's the album. Frampton Alive. That's the one that uses the talk box in and like made the talk box famous and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know that one. Oh, dude,
I don't know
this album. This album has Golden Years on it. Love that one.
David Bowie.
See. Yep. Worldwide, it sold 3 million copies. I don't know if.
I mean, that's
it's
3 times over.
Yeah, I was like, we'll give him a point. We'll give him a point.
6 songs.
It's a small one, but all of them are notable songs. So
3. All right, T-Rex, Bad Company.
I think Bad Company is only getting a point for the Bad Company album, I think.
Yeah, and Journey, this is their first, or this is their second, which means they must have. Oh no, yeah, I forgot. We're skipping years.
So they still suck. No, I'm just kidding.
They haven't. They don't have Steve Perry in the band. They haven't put out anything yet.
Yeah, they have that other.
Their 4th album is the first one that ends up doing anything.
That's a compilation by CCR. So no, thank you.
Jimmy Buffett. I mean, yeah, there's not a lot here. I guess keep scrolling.
Yep, I think we're good.
In February.
Yep.
Give Me Back My Bullets, Leonard Skinner. Gotta remember what's on that one.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one.
Nah.
But I'm probably gonna guess it's not a point, but some of their others, or most of their others, would be. Smokey.
Yeah, the original album does not have any massive hits. Oh, here we go. Eagles' Greatest Hits. That's a 2-pointer. In fact, that was the one we referenced to be a 2-pointer.
Dude, is that Phil now?
Do what?
I'm looking at this picture of Genesis. I'm like, is that what Phil Collins is looking like nowadays? Rough.
Oh yeah, he's like 110.
Yeah, that's Eagles' first greatest hits, not the one we're talking about, right?
Yeah, you're right. So we'll actually downgrade that to 1 point. You're right. I forgot about that. They had a greatest hits album from 1971 to 75. That was before they even did Hotel California, which was in 79. But it actually might be this year. I think it's this year. I think it's 76 actually.
Is it this one?
It's either 76 or 79. We'll find out. And if it is this year, that's probably a 2-banger there.
This one has.
Hey, Kiss Destroyer. That's a massive album.
So this one
was one of their biggest albums.
I think.
Detroit Rock City, God of Thunder,
that's wild.
Shout It Out Loud, Beth. I mean, that's not 2 points, but it's a solid 1 point. I'm in March. Where are you at? We got Doobie Brothers taking it to the streets.
With you. Oh, yeah. That's a point.
Taking it to the streets.
Taking it to the street. You don't know me, but I'm your brother.
I'll never forget what Bill Burr said. Said Michael McDonald sounds like the dog needing to be let outside.
I love that so much.
It's so funny. Judas Priest coming in with the hard album art, even in the 70s. That's awesome. Okay, Thin Lizzy Jailbreak. That's an album.
That's an album. That's got their hits on it.
Rush 2112. That's an album right there.
That is another one.
What else you got? I mean, there's so much stuff here, and obviously we can't be familiar with all of it, so I'm sure we're skipping over some of your favorite songs, the listener.
I'm trying to go through.
So please let us know. Led Zeppelin Presence. I mean, that's not.
I'm not honestly voting to give that a point.
Led Zeppelin's great, but I don't think that gets a point. Oh no, you know what? It does have Achilles' Last Stand and Nobody's Fault But Mine, both, and Candy Store Rock. Yeah, that gets a point. Even though it came out later, gets a point.
I don't know if I've heard those songs actually.
Those are great songs. They're just from the latter part of their career.
Yeah, I don't think I've listened to a whole lot of later Led Zeppelin stuff.
We are scrolling down here.
Yep, I am looking through.
Bob Seger's got a live one.
Oh, that's live.
Elton John live.
I don't think I know a bunch about the Rolling Stones' Black and Blue, but I'm good on that.
What's on that? Let's see.
It's got Hot Stuff.
It's got some stuff, but not.
I don't know any of that personally.
Not massive stuff. Hey, then we get Aerosmith Rocks, though. That's huge.
Oh, we get Ramones' debut. It didn't say debut, but it's on there.
Okay, Ramones' debut. That's another point. Aerosmith Rocks, I gave them a point. AC/DC High Voltage. I feel like that gets a point, you think?
I think so, yeah.
What's on that one? Oh, yeah, it's A Long Way to the Top. TNT. Yeah, The Jack. Tons of good stuff. That gets a point. We're in May. Blue Oyster Cult Agents of Fortune.
Wait, Agents of Fortune? Yes, yes, that's the one, dude. That's got
the Reaper. Yeah,
yep, that's got it. I was like,
I had a hunch, and I clicked.
Yeah,
and followed.
Yeah. I was like, that's their album. That's the one. What else we got here? Aretha, No UFO. No Heavy Petting. Haha. Funny joke. All right. Fly Like an Eagle, Steve Miller Band.
There we go.
That's a good album.
That's a point right there. Ohio Players Contradiction. Nice. I think we're winding down May.
Dude, that is Beck Wired. Look at that Steely Dan album artwork and tell me that doesn't look like a metal band's album artwork.
Yeah, it really does.
Or like Meatloaf or something like that.
Called like Corpse Destroyer.
Yeah, dude, that's how it's instead it's just Steely Dan. All right. I think I'm moving down
ready to rage.
Yeah, dude. You're just ready.
And you just get a bunch of bongos and steel drums. You're like, come on, guys. I get it. You're artsy. Jesus, I want to rage.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, the Beatles, Rock and Roll Music.
It's a compilation. I think I'm good.
Oh, that is a compilation? The Beatles one?
Yep.
Ah, they got me. What about Chicago X? Which I assume is Chicago 10, even though
it's their, 11, right?
8th studio album.
That's right.
Not even close. I don't know Chicago well enough to know if this is a big one or not.
Me neither, but it did go double platinum in the U.S. and U.S. Billboard top 2.
Oh, it was number 3.
3. Yeah, right. That's why I was like, it
Chicago
seems 10? Like it was a good one.
That's a point. Yeah,
Give
I
him a
was really big into Chicago, so.
Yeah, I think I know like 1 or 2 songs by them.
Yep.
That's one we'll have to dive into at some point.
It's Rod Stewart killing it. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Now just Crosby and Nash.
Crosby and Nash. Wow, that was quick. Oh, wait. I say it was quick, but all we did was skip 7 years.
A few years, yeah.
Not seeing anything yet. Commodores.
We have a number 1 album from the Commodores.
Is that what? I was just literally clicking on it. I was like...
Yeah. Oh, we'll give it a point. Marshall Tucker Band. Nice. REO Speedwagon. Is that anything? I don't know them super well.
They have like one or two bigger songs, so or like two, maybe three. I'll go click on it and see if one of the big songs is there. I'm looking at they did a cover of that. I didn't know that. I was looking at this Boney M album and making sure it wasn't the one that had or making sure it didn't have a certain song on it to see if they needed a point or not. They do not. What was the album you wanted me to check?
It's just REO.
Oh, REO.
And while you do that, I do see Wild Cherry's debut, and it also has Play That Funky Music on it. So that's
sweet.
That's a point right there.
Yeah, that's not the REO album we're giving them a point for.
All right, moving on. July. Kiss, the originals. That's compilation. We got a few of them.
I like compilation way better.
Compilation, yeah. Just like it's like clearly an A.
Yeah. I don't see anything in July.
Like demolition. Yeah, I don't see anything either.
July is a quick skip over.
Yeah. Okay. August. Grand Funk Railroad. Dolly Parton. Which is that?
No, that one. That's not a notable one to me, but I mean, to each their own.
Boston's debut. That's massive.
Yeah, that's a big
And you know what?
Is that a 2-pointer?
This may be a 2-pointer.
I'm kind of leaning 2-pointer.
I think it's an absolutely massive album, but I think what also may eke it over into 2-point territory is it was their debut.
So like,
am I right on that? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll give that one 2 points.
Yeah. I feel like that one's big enough.
Okay. Which Hall & Oates album is this?
Man for Man's Earth.
Peak
Band.
number 13. The album included the first of their 6 number 1 singles, which was Rich Girl. Yeah, that's a point for sure.
Rich Girl's on there? Nice. And Crazy Eyes.
That's a point right there. What else though?
From this month? John Denver, no, not that. Wait, Spirit, no. Herbie Hancock. This isn't the album with Watermelon Man, is it? No.
I'm down in September now. Nope. AC/DC, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap.
Yeah, Watermelon Man.
Didn't they put out another one earlier? Like they're just cranking out albums.
Yeah, what was the other? High Voltage?
High Voltage.
Earlier? Yep.
Oh, Stevie Wonder Songs in the Key of Life. That is huge.
What about this Ringo Starr solo album? 3 points, maybe?
You joking me right now?
Does this year automatically win? Oh, Ringo. We'll put your song right here on the fridge.
On the fridge. Nice. Right here.
Children of the World, Bee Gees, is that that's like tingling my senses. Yeah.
I'm looking at Ted
What's
Nugent's.
on it? What's on it?
There wasn't anything on that one though.
You should be
Earth, Wind and Fire?
I was looking at that Bee Gees album. Earth, Wind and Fire, what albums?
This one came to number 2. So I think, and it's double platinum. So I feel like that's an easy point.
I'd have to agree. Give it to him.
That puts us in October. ABBA, Arrival.
I only know like two or
it
three
became their
songs.
most successful album, producing 3 of their biggest hits. Dancing Queen.
Oh.
That's all we need to hear.
Give it. Yep. Give him that point.
Give him that point. Welcome back to Give Him That Point. Where we give points to bands that we think deserve it and skip over all the ones that we didn't know.
Dude, what if the
Triumph.
game show was literally like...
Hey, Triumph's debut. They're kind of small, but I feel like a debut gets a little point there.
Dude, what if there was a game show where just give them that point, you just pull out the contestant, and then, should we give them that point? Everyone goes crazy about the thing.
Cheering.
And then a sign flips and it just says yes or no. It's just a 50-50 shot.
Not even that. It's just like the crowd cheers and you're just like,
yeah,
I guess because this one's pretty.
Yeah, I was going to say, and then like the person gets the point, the crowd goes nuts. the person walks off stage and there's like confetti and stuff. No one knows
There's
what
nothing.
happens when you win the point. Yeah, the next contestant just walks out on
There's
stage.
no-
It's on to the next.
There's no obvious rules to like what constitutes a point. Like what does a point mean? Like how do we get one? Like nobody knows what's going on.
But the only way to make this so good is the crowd has to be just so over enthusiastically like into it.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
going
Like,
nuts.
like
yeah,
Family Guy, Teen Choice Awards, like ripping their eyeballs out and stuff.
Yeah, dude. Everyone
Give him that point. You point over. The guy's like pointing over with the long microphone, like pointing over to the wall. There's nothing there. All right, welcome back to Give Him That Point. All right. Speaking of giving that point, Kansas Left Overture. That's a point.
Ooh, nice.
It's heating up. It's heating up here. Elton John, Blue Moves. What do we got there?
Blue Moves. I don't know. This is one of those 30-something that I don't know of his. Night Moves. Bob Seger.
Oh yeah, that's huge. I'm looking down here at Yellow, but that's not a crazy one. Night Moves. Let me give him a point for Night Moves. Love that song. Technical Ecstasy by Black Sabbath is not notable. Maybe that's the wrong word.
Are you in November? Sorry.
I am in October.
October? Okay, me too.
Styx, Crystal Ball.
Yeah, I don't think that's one of the notable Styx albums. I'll double check,
so
but
either.
I was like, I don't think. Yeah, no. They've got some hits. There's no hits on that album, so. Ohio.
Yeah, we're in November now.
Yeah. All right, what do we got?
We got the Jacksons. I don't think that's massive.
That's
though.
Hey,
we get Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. That's debut. That's big.
Oh,
and I think it's a big album.
That is a big album. You'll have to. I don't know about this Kiss album. Probably not. It's got
Let's see.
Calling Dr. Love, and that's
such a good song. But
I don't know if the album itself.
I mean, we give him a point for that song. It's a big song. It's like to this day used in like commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
Scorpions. What's on this one? Just horrific album art.
Yep, called Virgin Killer, and we got a naked
child
on the front.
How'd they get away with this? I guess it was the 70s. Okay. Getting off that as fast as we can. I think we're in December now. Eagles, there it is. Hotel California. Boom, that's a two banger right there.
You said, sorry, I was reading this ZZ Top album, Tejas. It's funny.
Eagles, Hotel California.
Oh, yeah.
Released the day before my birthday, 1976. Yeah, that's a two-pointer.
I do believe so. What's on it other than Hotel California?
New Kid in Town, Life in the Fast Lane, The Last Resort.
Okay.
Victim of Love. It's mostly the first three.
I see. Oh, I think that's...
And mostly the first one. But those other ones are good. That's going to close out 76, I think.
Do. Well, by your logic, we should give a point
Blondie's
to this
debut.
Blondie's debut?
That's a point, for sure. I didn't notice it there at the very end of the year.
By your logic, we should probably give one to that Queen album then.
Oh, what's on this one?
The album isn't big, but it has Somebody to Love on it, which is another one of those songs that just is a forever Queen song.
So, and Tie Your Mother Down. That's an awesome song.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's more, but I was like, I saw the album artwork and I was like, I know there's a song on here that I know of. Like,
all right,
for sure.
Look carefully. Anything else here at the end?
I don't think so. there was a decent bit for this one, right? I feel like we're either in the 30s as well, and it's close, or we're
that's
in
why
the
it was
40s.
good we're doing this point system, because 69 had 35 and 76 had 33.
Okay, so they're close. They were close.
Yeah, really close. So
So
I think all these are going to be really close.
So far, the point system has made sense then. We'll see if it keeps
I think we're
staying
doing
true, but I
All right, we're in 87.
87.
Let's rock and roll.
Right
I
off
mean,
the
I don't
rip.
understand this. What is Bruce Willis's debut? What is this?
Yes, he has
What is
music.
this? Look at the album art. I have
Yup.
so many questions.
Dude, I went and listened to it.
You did?
Yes. It's not bad, dude. It actually just sounds like all the other music in this time period.
Oh, he did cover Flirting with Disaster, I see. Oh, he does play harmonica. I did know that. Oh, Dan Huff's playing guitars on this. Shit. He's amazing.
He said shit. I love that reaction. That was great.
Yeah. He's phenomenal.
What is
I mean,
this?
I don't does Bruce Willis get a point though? Like go
No.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure not. We don't know him for his music.
January's cold.
Is it?
Oreo Speedwagon, Life as We Know It.
Yeah, I was up here looking at
recognize
this
this
Deep
art.
Purple album to see if it was worth anything.
Which album is it? Oh, The House of the Blue Light. I don't know that one.
Yeah, I didn't.
In the
see
80s?
anything in
That
anything.
is actually really love that album art, but no, not in the 80s. Deep Purple's not doing anything in the 80s.
U2, The Joshua Tree. Is that a bigger one?
Yeah, that's probably a 2-pointer.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's in
like
January.
like one of the biggest albums ever.
Oh, that's right. That is their number one big album.
Where is that though? Where am I looking?
Oh wait, that's in March. Sorry. January, February, and March are like super grouped
Oh,
together.
yeah. Okay, so
yeah, sorry.
I think
it's right
Joshua
there.
Tree, most people would agree is a 2-pointer.
Yeah.
I wasn't quite there yet though.
That's my fault. That's my fault. I didn't see anything in between there. You might see something I didn't.
I was just stuck on this Bruce Willis one. It's my favorite album of all time. Is this Public Enemy one anything? Oh, it's their debut.
Oh, is it? Oh, it didn't say debut, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's tricky. They don't always say it, obviously.
All right, we'll
Which
give
is
them.
weird. What about the Smiths? Nah, it's compilation. Get out of town.
Get out
Get
of
out of
here.
here. Oingo boingo. I mean, no.
No.
Simply Red. They're considered a pop and soul group. Interesting.
Is
that their debut?
Who do I know from Oingo
second.
Boingo?
Danny Elfman.
That's right. I was like, it's the redhead dude.
Okay, White Snake. Not a
Danny.
2-pointer, but that is an obvious pointer. That's got Still of the Night, Here I Go Again, bunch of other cool stuff. Prince, Sign of the Times.
That sounds familiar. Which?
That's an obvious point, but I do want to know what's on that song.
Oh, it's
bunch of
nothing that we
the
know,
title
but
track.
it is
Yeah.
a bigger album of his. So
You Got the Look. Yeah, that's a big one.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prince gets...
that'll be a point. Good job, Prince. Bryan Adams, Into the Fire. No.
Into the Fire! Probably not that.
Yeah, no, we're good.
That's Dawkins.
That is Heat of the Night.
What if it's just him covering Dawkins songs?
Is that a big song? Heat of the Night by him?
You know what? Don't know.
He's Canadian, so like everything slightly underperformed, you know. I don't know.
Oh,
Just kidding.
shade.
Because it's like that. No,
Laying down the law.
his album was it went platinum in the US, won, and then Billboard 200 #7. That's why I was like,
All they have is hockey.
so I was
Syrup,
like, that's like
being nice.
that's like the best that I mean, outside of sending Justin Bieber, I think that's like pretty good for
Pretty solid.
I don't know.
No, there's actually tons of amazing.
I just don't know a
Canadian
whole
bands. Nickelback,
I don't know a whole
for
lot
one.
about Bryan
Rush.
Adams.
Justin Bieber, the big three of music, really. Nickelback, Rush, and Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
It's called the Maple Leaf Tour.
Yeah, let's go. Breakfast Club. What?
I mean, that is. Wait, where are you? Oh,
No,
yeah.
No,
That's just the soundtrack for it.
No, it's not. It's
Oh, no,
a
that's a
band.
straight up band.
It's a band called
Wow,
Breakfast Club.
okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
That's cool. I'm gonna call my next band Guns and Roses. Just
There you go. And.
not the N.
Yeah, and.
Yeah. Totally different band. Nothing,
Legal.
not at all related to the first one. I don't even know why you'd say that.
That makes no sense.
What about the Celine Dion album, Incognito?
I just looked at it.
The Cult, Electric. That's a big one. Wait, I think. Let me double check.
He thinks. I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, Love Removal Machine. I think that's one of their biggest songs. Okay. That's a questionable point, but we'll give them a point. 87 is pretty light right now. What about
Johnny Cash is coming to town? I love that. His album
for his
is
73rd album?
Yeah, literally Johnny Cash is coming to town.
There haven't even been 73 years of music, dude. You're doing like 2.5 albums a year. He's just strumming on his guitar, just like saying the first thing that comes to his mind, like, cut it, done.
Do it.
Isn't it so insane that someone as amazing as Johnny Cash, when you put out that much music, for sure, like half of it's bad? Isn't that a crazy thought?
Yeah.
Like, there's just no way. Like, numbers just don't work that way. Like, you're not putting out gold. You know, like the very small percentage is gold. You know what I mean? Fleetwood Mac, Tango in the Night.
That one's a no for me.
They have some really, really nice album art on that one, though.
Yeah, they do.
It does have a lot of highlighted songs. I'm just unfamiliar. So,
What are sales like?
Let me confirm.
Actually, nope. Give it to him. That is a 15 million sales worldwide.
What? Wow, we're stupid. Somebody listening to this being like, dude, are you out of your mind?
Yeah, I was like,
okay, all right, good. It's like, we're not out of our mind. We just don't know literally every album of all time. I'm sorry. David Bowie, Never Left Me Down.
I was like, we both know the big album, the Rumors. We know Rumors. Get off our back. All right, what was the next one?
Guys, come on.
Gosh.
David Bowie, no, I would say. I would say no.
I clicked on it
personally.
Yeah, I know. I clicked on it. It has a lot of links on the side, so
it's got Peter Frampton in it. That's cool.
2.6 million in sales worldwide.
I mean, that's probably got to go in as a point then. That's huge. Iggy Pop's a writer on one. Nice. All right, it's a point.
It could get a point.
It's a point.
All right, what else? Tom Petty.
Faith No More. That's their second.
I don't.
Tom Petty. What is this Tom Petty album?
Yeah, I was like, I've never seen this one. Oh, that is a nothing album. That's why I've never seen it.
Ozzy just has a live album paying tribute to Randy Rhoads, which is cool.
Compilation. Joe Jackson.
I want to meet the person whose favorite band, because they have to exist, whose favorite band is Chumbawamba.
Chumbawamba.
And this person, this person is like, man, you got to listen to more than just Tub Thumping. Like, I don't like that one. That one's the mainstream stuff.
Oh, gosh.
You know what I mean?
There's Chumbawamba hipsters. Within
a couple debuts
the
here.
Chumbawamba.
I know,
debuts.
Yeah. Chumbawamba, dude. Rename it. Okay, 2 debuts.
I don't know
Deacon
either
Blue
of these.
Fields of Nephilim, but I don't know either of those. Randy Travis, Always and Forever, right in between them. That is his second.
Deacon
Is it?
Blue.
What's on this one? Ooh, yeah. This one gets a point. Got some good stuff.
Ooh, nice.
Randy Travis, Always and Forever.
I just checked on that Diana Ross album. Nothing much there. Motley Crue, Girls, Girls, Girls.
Yeah, that's a point. What about this Heart album?
Oh, I went right over it. Let's look. Charts. We got number 2 on the Billboard 200.
I just recognized the funniness of not knowing that Fleetwood Mac album and almost passing on it, and then giving an obvious point to Girls, Girls, Girls by Motley Crue. Someone listens like, these guys are morons.
I haven't dove into all of Fleetwood Mac yet. That's my bad. Yeah.
Been doing all this Fleetwood crack.
Yeah, that's my fault, honestly.
Halloween, Keeper of the Seven Keys, Part 1. It should probably have stopped at Part 1, to be honest. That sounds like something.
Oh, that hard
knowing what I know about Halloween.
That Hard album does get a point, by the way. Sales, Billboard backs it up.
Done. Jane's Addiction. Is this their debut? Oh, it's just a live album. Come on, guys. Steve Earle.
The Cure double album. I don't really know The Cure that well. Looks like it did okay.
Whitney Houston's Whitney. That is her second. This is a big one.
That's a big
I
one.
recognize the
Yep.
art.
Yep, me too. That one has I Want to Dance with Somebody, I believe. Yep, that's the very first song on it.
I always forget that's her. Judas Priest. Nah.
No.
Nah. What about LL Cool J here?
Is that
It's
a
a
debut? Second? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nah. I thought we were
White
gonna
Lion Pride. I mean, if you're into 80s metal, this was a good album. It does have a couple hits, but I mean, it's hits in the 80s metal scene, which is I don't know if that qualifies for a point.
Yeah. I'm still going down here. Just went past Neil Young and Crazy Horse. Is that a thing? You might know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Neil Young and his band.
Oh, no. That album's nothing major, though. I just looked at it. Oh, excuse me. That came out of nowhere. I didn't even know I was going to be coughing.
Nice.
I'm not fancy like
yeah, I
you.
mean, we're down here July, September.
Yeah, I don't have that cough button.
Twisted Sister. I could teach you the hotkey after this.
Love
is for suckers. Wow.
I know
Deeper,
a little
you know?
Twisted Sister. I don't know this one, so we're probably good.
No one blames you.
Yeah. Faster Pussycat, is that their first album debut? Well, I don't know how big they are versus just you and I knowing them.
Very.
Yeah, I think it's just a smaller band that you and I know, so I'm not giving a point there.
Yeah, but hey, a little further down, we get Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. That's a 2-pointer.
Double pointer.
And people be like, oh, it's just because he likes Guns N' Roses. But also, that is the single highest selling debut album of all time.
I could actually, based on our point system, I could objectively give this 3 points if I wanted to. 1 for being a debut, 2 for being a diamond album. So I'm good. We're gonna give it 2, and you're gonna be happy about it, audience.
We didn't have a 3-point system, so
no 3 points, or this album would qualify for 3 points. But yep, that's a 2-pointer.
You know what though? Right before Guns N' Roses debut, like the day before, Too Short's debut. That's a point.
Nice.
Dio.
Dream Evil.
Yeah, Dream Evil. I recognize the name of the album, but I haven't looked at it yet. Let's see.
It doesn't look like anything.
Nah. All the stuff you start recognizing, you realize is on like the deluxe edition. It's just releasing old songs. So Madonna, Who's That Girl? You know this one? That's her first soundtrack album.
Who's that girl? It's Jess. The charts look good on this one. Billboard 200, number 7. What are sales?
That is a soundtrack. How does that play into what we're thinking? I guess that doesn't matter.
6 million sales worldwide.
All right, we're
1
giving
million
it,
in the US.
to Miss Madonna.
She can have a point. Why not?
We gotta go.
I know.
We
I
gotta
see
go
that.
faster.
All right, skip down here to Def Leppard's Hysteria.
That's a point. 17.
What about that great white album, Once Bitten?
That's their biggest album, but I mean,
But not a big band.
they're not that massive. No.
Gotcha.
You're not hearing that outside of like every couple of weeks on the like classic rock station.
Motorhead, rock and roll. I don't know a bunch about Motorhead. It doesn't look like that's a notable one though.
Moving on. Aerosmith, Permanent Vacation, and Michael Jackson, Bad. Both of those get points. Pink Floyd, A Momentary Lapse of Reason. What do you think about that one?
Which one? There's a decent song, but it's a no also. This one is just kind of past their time to shine. Yeah.
Down here, September. Kiss, Crazy Nights probably gets. Yeah, that gets one.
Yeah, I'd give that a point for sure. Dude, I have never heard Reba McEntire sing before, but the other day,
You probably have.
one of her songs was on, and I knew it was her without ever having heard her. I just knew from hearing her talk. I heard the song, and I was like, "That's Reba singing," and it was
Interesting.
for sure. I was like, "That's the first Reba song I've ever heard, other than her singing the intro for her show." You know.
Oh well, that's probably how you know then.
Yeah. So, but I was like, "Damn! Like, how do I know this voice without really knowing this voice?" I'm not
down here
seeing
in
much.
the end of September, and there is a Red Hot Chili Peppers album, but it is not.
It is.
I mean, it's the Uplift Mofo Party. But
I was gonna say the first couple, like in the late '80s and early, it's
Not
all
good.
rough. It's rough until like '92 or something like that.
Bruce Springsteen, Tunnel of Love.
'93. Bruce Springsteen, Tunnel of Love. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Did we go? That Michael Bolton album's nothing. Tunnel of Love.
Here. This gets a point, and this comes out of nowhere. Joe Satriani, Surfing with the Alien. Like that's not making waves in the mainstream industry, but every guitar player knows that album.
Tunnel of Love. We'll give one for Bruce.
All right, Bruce coming in with a point, saving the '80s here. Geez, what else we got down here?
Yeah, I know.
Soundgarden, Alice Cooper. 87's a little lighter than I remember.
Joe Satriani. I think that Sting album's something, isn't it?
Let's see.
2 million sales in the U.S. Billboard 200 number 9.
He covers Little Wing. I didn't know that. That's cool.
I was like, I'm pretty sure this is like
Yeah,
his
we'll give that
best
a point.
performance.
That's a
I was
point.
like, this is his best solo album. I'm pretty sure it is. It is.
Well, what about the one that has I'll be
Or maybe not.
watching you?
Well, that's with. I thought that's with the Police. I don't think that's Sting.
I think that's his solo. What's
Is
the
it?
song called?
Is that solo?
I think so.
Every
I'll
breath
Be
you
Watching
take.
You.
Every breath you take. That's the name of it.
Every breath you take. No, that's the Police. You're right.
Yeah, I was like, I thought that's the Police. That's his best solo album, though.
I thought that was him. Okay, cool. Okay. NXS Kick.
All right.
I don't know about that.
I don't know a whole bunch about Joe Walsh's solo career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neither does anyone else. No, he's got a couple good things. I'm kidding.
Damn.
He's got some good stuff.
That dude from the Eagles?
In My Car. That's a good one. Yeah.
Oh, George Michael's
Yeah,
Faith.
He was pretty successful before the Eagles, which was actually kind of cool.
Bro, is that a 2-pointer?
Faith? What else is on it besides Faith?
Well, it's a 25 million sale album.
Jesus.
It's diamond, double diamond. That's why I'm like,
Yeah,
bro, I think this is.
That's a 2-pointer.
I was like, brother. Yeah, this is a double 2-pointer number. US.
Just because he's got that
number 1
freaking sharp beard.
Yeah, I was.
Nobody has a better beard than George Michael.
Bro, I know, right? Like.
Stevie Wonder characters?
Yeah.
Oh, Cher. Her 18th. 18 albums. She was like, you know what? Self-title it. I'm out of titles.
I'm out of. She got that far, you know. Dawkins, I don't know. Ice-T, no. Oh wait, debut album by Ice-T. I'll give him a point. Ice-T.
right,
Ice-T
that's
gets a
one.
point for debut. Stevie Wonder characters.
Um,
NWA, that's a compilation. Never mind. Alan Jackson.
I'm down at the end and I'm out.
Yeah, yep. I think I just ran out. Black Sabbath, no. Foreigner, Inside Information.
Nah,
Probably-
I just looked.
Okay, I was like, it's a Foreigner album, so it probably has like one hit and then nothing for the rest.
I'll take a look just to confirm.
But yep,
Like a closer
I'm
look, I mean.
moving on to 91 in the meantime.
Moving on to 91, leaving 87 far in the wake of the previous decades with 26.
26? Okay, so who's leading right now?
69.
Oh, okay, leading with those debuts, bro. They do the
Yep.
debuts carrying.
Yep. Okay, all right, we got to move quicker now. We have 3
Yep.
more to get through, and we're already
know.
almost at an hour.
I know, right? Okay.
Okay, here we go. David Lee Roth.
I don't know that one.
I don't know that one either.
No on that Motorhead.
Oh, that's his third. Yeah, his first 2 were the
Motorhead.
big ones. Okay.
I got a no for that Motorhead, a no for that Sting album as well.
There are some debuts in here, but they're all, I mean, at this point in music history, it's 1991. Like,
Yeah.
people are debuting a little bit slower, I think. Queen.
I don't really know that album, I don't think. Man, this one has a long little bit of nothing. Great White, Morrissey, Amy Grant. My goodness, Vanilla Ice. Oh, that's a live album. Not doing that. Rick Astley still released stuff?
Can't do it. Wow, what is going on with the 91 here?
I know, 91 is sucking.
Better be some big stuff in the back half, huh?
I know, right? REM, Out of Time. That's a big album.
George Strait. Yeah, okay, so that's one. First point.
Yep, REM's Out of Time.
Mr. Big, Lean Into It's big. That's a point. That's a really good album. Really good album. I love looking at that album art.
Do what, Mr. Big?
Yeah, Lean Into It.
What's the date on that?
March 26.
Ah, down at the bottom here. Okay. Sweet.
REM. We gave a point for REM Out of Time, right?
We did. Let's see. I'm moving into April.
What about Rod
June.
Stewart, Vagabond Heart? It reached number 10, number 5 singles. Yeah, I don't know. Not one of his bigger ones. It sucks when you're that big of an artist that a super successful album is like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, like that. There's quite a few that we've pulled up where it's like decent ranking on Billboard 200. It sells 1 million copies. You know, it's like, do you do it or not? It's like right there.
Well, here's one for Lenny Kravitz. Mama Said.
Mama Said.
Yep.
I don't know.
That's a good one. That's got the one with Slash on it too.
Oh, that's right. That's that one. Okay. Yep. The Rolling Stones. No, that is no. Yep, Simple Minds.
Doobie Brothers Brotherhood. This is their like, they're reunited and all that at this point.
Yeah. That was like after their break, and then they came back and toured and did that.
Yeah. Oh, Temple of the Dog by Temple of the Dog. That's a great one. That's like a super group of.
That's right. That's a
people.
Point.
That's actually Chris Cornell and Eddie Vedder in the same band singing together.
Hey.
Alanis Morissette, is that her debut? Yeah, that's big.
Dude, there's so many Joe Walsh albums. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's a prolific dude. Really, really interesting guy. I like him a lot. He's just such a cool like powerhouse guitar player and singer too. This might be
this Michael Bolton album. This Michael Bolton album gets a point.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
I'll mark it. We're at 6.
It didn't. He almost got it to go diamond. 8 million sales in the US.
Wow.
On that Time, Love, and Tender list.
Oh, here's a band called Dread Zeppelin. That's cool.
Dread Zeppelin? Let's go. Oh, that's not a Big Yes album. So
of course they were reggae rock.
The Waterboys. James Brown. De La Soul. Oh, that's his second album.
What month are you in?
I am in May. May 13th.
Okay, same.
Is about where I'm at.
Yep, same.
Alan Jackson.
Yeah, that's his second. It does have some stuff. Hey, one of his songs is called Dallas. That's cool.
Primus.
Got to cover that.
Got to cover that. Dallas by Dallas. Seal's debut.
Yeah.
There's a point.
Oh, yeah, that's huge. Yeah, nice. Love Seal. The animal and the guy. Jodeci's debut and the Smashing Pumpkins debut and Meshuggah's debut. That's 3 points right there.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Jodeci's from Charlotte.
Boop. NWA gets a point.
What about Stevie Wonder's Jungle Fever for the I think it's for the movie.
What movie? I don't think I've seen that movie. Oh, the movie was called Jungle Fever too?
Yeah.
I mean,
It says it received lukewarm reviews.
yeah, it doesn't. The charts
Somebody gave
and
it a 3 out
sales
of
don't
10.
grow. The charts and sales don't back it up.
Okay, Skid Row, Slave to the Grind. That is an amazing.
Did you add a point for NWA? I can't remember.
I am doing it now. Done.
Sweet. All right. Who did you say next you were looking at?
Skid Row, Slave to the Grind. Great.
All right, below that.
Van Halen. One of my favorite albums from them.
Fuck. I mean, for unlawful carnal knowledge.
For uncarnal lawful knowledge.
Just call it fuck.
just mix it all up.
Yep.
For knowledge of carnal unlawfulness.
I'm pretty sure that is the story behind that one. They wanted to just name it that, and the
yeah, that's
the label was like, all right, guys, all right, listen,
all right, guys, come on, can we all be adults and not say bad words?
Yeah, that is probably how they worded it too. David.
Yep.
David,
come here.
David.
David, calm down. You know he was not. He's been accused of being a lot of stuff. Calm is never one of them.
Calm, yes. All right, I'm moving into July.
Going into July, yeah.
Yep, same here.
Green Day.
It's a compilation.
91. Oh, they came out in the 80s. That's right. That's so crazy that Green Day's an 80s band.
Cannibal Corpse.
Think about that.
Right.
Alice Cooper, Hey Stupid. That's a decently big one, I think. I recognize the title. Let me confirm.
He's confirming, and I will continue. Actually, right.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a moderate one for him. We get him a point. 14, I like the 14 for old Alice.
I like that Tom Petty album artwork cover. Does not remind me of any kind of music artwork.
Yeah.
Oh, that album
looks like
actually.
You see in a subway.
What do you think? 13 on the Billboard 200, 2 million in sales. Oh, it's got the song "Learning to Fly." Learning to Fly on that album.
That's the Tom Petty one. Okay,
yep, that's a good one.
Hey, tell me if you think that album art would belong in like a Subway sandwich shop.
Which for whose?
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty Subway sandwich. Oh yeah. That's why I was like, it doesn't belong on an album cover, but I don't hate the art.
We get Trisha Yearwood's debut. She's famous in her own right, but she's also Garth Brooks' wife.
All right, I am down in the thick of July.
Couple debuts that, I mean, Color Me Bad.
I don't think I know LFO or Color Me Bad. If you know them, then we'll give them a point, but I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, Color Me Bad had like one hit in the 90s, I guess. It was like a teeny bopper kind of band, R&B group.
No, thank you.
All right. What about Pig?
I don't know much about them.
Dude, this is okay, here we go. Metallica, Black Album. That's 2-pointer.
There you go. Yep, there's 2 points. Wait,
3 debuts in a row. Brooks and Dunn, Cypress Hill, Mr. Bungle. Those all get a point. All right, we're heating up here.
Look at that Brooks and Dunn debut coming in.
Also, we get Blur's debut.
Blur's debut, yep.
Pearl Jam's debut. Now, hold on a second. We get Blur gets a point for a debut. Pearl Jam, I think, might get 2 points because
that album,
their debut was 10.
That's right. They're one of those bands that their biggest album was their debut album. U.S. Billboard 2. It only hit 2 on the Billboard because I don't know why. Who would have hit number 1? Who would have prevented them?
Anyone else, but we're gonna give them 2 points for that.
Anyone, literally anyone else, please.
Literally anyone. Just me on a Sunday up there. Yeah. Number
That's
1.
That's a 2-pointer because it's Diamond. All right. As well.
And a debut. That's another argument for a triple pointer.
It is.
So that's good. Rush with one of their albums that's not
Queen
huge.
Latifah.
What?
Her second studio album.
Garth Brooks, Rope in the Wind. Dude, look at that album art. Come on, man. This guy's got some secrets.
That shirt is untrustable.
Yeah. He's done some stuff. All right, we got Use Your Illusion 1, Use Your Illusion 2. I mean, so, okay, that's an interesting question. What do we count those?
Because
And
there
then
was a
No
double.
More Tears. No More Tears gets a point for sure from Ozzy Osbourne. What about Use Your Illusion 1 and 2? Does each album get a point? They are two separate albums. Use Your Illusion 1 is the third studio album. Use Your Illusion 2 is the fourth studio album.
Yep.
And they both, I think they debuted like real high when they came out.
I believe so. That Mariah Carey album below also gets a point. Emotions. That's 4 points in a row.
All right.
Look
Okay, so let me add. I added 1, so let me add 3. Done.
Ween. The Pod. A Motley Crue album below that.
Here we go.
That I'm not familiar with.
Dude, we're starting to heat up here. Hold on, though. Before we get into that, the Cult Ceremony. Is that anything? No. Okay, so we have Nirvana Nevermind. That's an obvious 2-pointer.
2 points. Yep.
And then we have Blood Sugar Sex Magic. That's a point.
Yep.
And what month are we in? Oh, 91 might be doing all right. What's in this Bryan Adams album? Anything? Oh, wait, I recognize that art. Glad I moused over that.
Are they benefiting from having more music now? Is that starting to come into effect, do you think?
It's certainly possible, for sure. You're starting to see stuff like stuff be more genre specific. Like we have hip hop, we have rock, pop, all this stuff. You didn't really have that in the old days. Like it was just kind of music. All right. Oh, Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger. That's one.
Let me know what date are you on?
That was October 8th.
Oh, okay. That Prince album to start October gets a point. Yeah.
Diamonds and Pearls.
33.
33. Okay. Down to the wire here. That was a big summer in 91, huh? Okay. Del the Funky Homo Sapiens debut. Is that enough for a point?
I don't know if he's big enough to give him a point. I love him, but I don't think my love for him is enough. Sorry, my guy.
Wow, I'll let him know.
I mean, I love him to death. I just don't think he's big enough to get a point. Sorry.
What about Ice Cube Death Certificate?
How are we looking? Sales charts. Number 2 on the Billboard 200. Nice. Went platinum. I give it to him. Yeah.
Okay, instead of
A side, B side, he has the death side and the life side on that album for Death Certificate.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right,
we get The Sky is Crying by Stevie Ray Vaughan. That's great. So you want to give a point to Ice Cube?
Yeah, we'll give him a point for that one.
And Stevie Ray Vaughan gets a point.
Stevie.
That's his final album. It wasn't recorded. It was recorded between 84 and 89, but it came out in 91. Genesis, We Can't Dance. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. The Tupac debut. There's a point.
That's a point. And U2 Achtung Baby, or Octung Baby, however you say that. That's a point. Tevin Campbell's debut. Again, I don't think that's a point, but still really good. He's the guy that sang all the Goofy movie stuff.
Michael Jackson's Dangerous. There's a point.
Ooh, that's a point.
Technically, it could be 2, but I don't know how much of... Okay, what are the songs on here? Jam, In the Closet, Remember the Time, Heal the World, Black or White, Who Is It, Given to Me, Ooh, there, Dangerous.
Yeah, Slash was on 2 of those.
Yeah, I was looking at
Slash
sales.
Was on Given to Me and Black or White.
Fucking, here's just classic Michael Jackson. Dude has Thriller, like best-selling album. This other album, worldwide, 32 million sales. Triple diamond worldwide.
Dangerous was huge. Yeah. What day was that?
Only did 8 million in the US though.
Oh, I see it here.
But internationally, that album was massive.
Are we voting 1 point or 2 point? I think 1 point because Thriller's going to be 2. Although
Yeah.
we didn't have Thriller, we're not going to see that.
I was going to give it 2 based on sales alone,
Okay, we could do that.
based on the diamond status thing. But that thing went triple
down
diamond.
through
So
the
I
end
feel
of the
like
year. I don't see anything else.
we're not giving John Williams for Hook. Just kidding. I'd give it to him for one of the more notable films. Hook is
I would have
good.
given it to him. I
But
would
for
have given
Star
it to him
Wars,
for Hook,
I'd give
but
it to-
we haven't included any other
of
soundtracks
those
like
guys.
that. So.
Yeah, that's true. I love my guy John Williams.
Ricky Martin's debut.
We are John
wanna
Williams
call that?
stands around here. Who?
Ricky Martin's debut.
Are you on 2004 now?
No.
Oh, you're
It's
still
the
at the
end
end.
of 91.
Okay. Do we want to give it to him? Sure.
What did he do? What's on it? Let's see.
Yeah.
No, it's a bunch of Spanish stuff. So I'm sure I know some of his stuff, but okay, we'll leave that as it is. All right, 91's at a close. Let's move to 2004.
Ooh, right away, I'm immediately recognizing that I am not recognizing anything, if that makes sense.
Yep. I mean, there's Sia.
Sia. I was like, I just saw Sia. Is that album? I don't even think, no, that's not even a bigger album of hers. Keep it moving along. Let's see, 2000.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we have our winner, to be honest.
Dude, what a huge group of just nothing to start this year. I'm still scrolling.
What made us think?
Well, I'm sure there's good stuff later on. It probably heats up, but I'm just saying.
5 for Fighting, The Battle for Everything. That's one.
But I was like, there's not even like little like possibility point stuff popping up.
Kenny Chesney, When the Sun Goes Down.
That Incubus album didn't perform too
Debuted
poorly.
at number 1. Yeah, that's going to count. So Kenny Chesney gets a point.
Can he?
Incubus. That's a good one, you said?
It had 1 million in sales. I don't know. It was like, I don't know
That's
a whole lot
massive.
about
Yeah,
the
that's
band,
crazy.
but for that band, I felt like that was big. Personally, I don't know.
Nora Jones, Feels Like Home. I love her. We love her. Oh, how about Kanye West, Dropout? That's his
College Rock debut. Yep, that's a point.
debut. Yep. Damage Plan's debut, following. I don't know if that gets a point, but that's following Pantera.
Mm.
Yeah, you're right. I don't notice any of these names.
Dude, yeah, I'm going through, and it is. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason this one won. I'm just saying the earlier part of the year. I remember us having some years where it was like nothing until the end. It'll start to make sense for us, but
This might be one of these. Here's a CeeLo Green.
from a point perspective, this year might be toast.
I already know the winner.
Oh, because of how many points 91
Because
got.
neither one of these last two are going to win. 2004 is not going to win, so we can kind of fly
Yeah,
through it.
I'm going through pretty quick. I just want to see the reason we liked it.
Usher Confessions.
That might be a 2-pointer. What is the date for
All
that
right,
one?
2 points. March something. 23rd.
Oh, yep, I see it. Yeah, that's a 2-pointer.
Got it.
3
3 Prince albums in the same day.
Jeez.
Honkin' on
Radiohead.
Bobo. Aerosmith.
Oh, yep, I see that.
I'm in April now.
Me too.
I think Crossfade. It's their debut. We give them a point. Give them a point for our South Carolina boys.
Man, what an exciting start to the year.
I think.
I know this one's
I think we can
cooked,
call
but-
it.
Yeah.
I think we can call it. We got the winner. So
What were the points for 91?
We had discussed before we joined the call that 2010 may be disqualified simply on the fact that from an apples and oranges perspective, it was there was so much more music, released in 2010 than in 69, for example. And a lot of that music was stuff like, Pitbull, Kesha, stuff like that. And I mean, as good as that is, I guess, it's a hard sell to be able to look someone in the eye and tell them that that's the reason 2010 is the best year in music.
Yeah, I think just 2010, the amount of artists and stuff released would get it by, like, it would give it the win by default due to the sheer amount. But I do think it's crazy that 91 probably ends up with more points than 04, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, so our points right now, 1969 came in at 35.
35.
1976 had 33 points. 1987 didn't do as well as we thought with 26. And the best year in music is 1991 with 39. So 91 won it on almost the summer alone, where it had absolute massive smash albums in all genres, as well as a bunch of artists debuting, like Pearl Jam, etc. Nirvana, like huge debuts in conjunction with like the Black Album and, Use Your Illusion, all that stuff being released over the summer. All that kind of came together to crown 1991 the, quote, best year in music. So there it is.
Yeah, while we were talking, I went and just like quickly went through 2004. It definitely wouldn't have gotten close to touching.
No, as soon as I saw that 91 beat 69, I was like, that's it. That is it.
So 1991, nice. If I had to give any kind of reasoning, I'd say that 91 is kind of right in the middle of the birth of R&B and hip hop. And I feel like that...
It was the rock albums that really took it, though, I think.
The rock albums are big. I'm just saying that's what added, like, it gave it extra points.
Yeah,
you're right. From the, like, and then country, like, 90s country also, like, the start of the 90s is really where the, like, every genre goes their own direction, if that makes sense. Like,
adding up the points.
Splitting starts to happen, so I feel like we got... Yeah, like we got a culmination
100%.
of like the 80s rock in 91. We also get like the start of the grunge phase. We get all this new rap. Art, like everything came together in the 90s. So it makes sense that early 90s is like, and I'd agree. Everyone always jokes about that 90s were an amazing time. Maybe they just fucking
were great. Yeah.
Maybe they were.
I was adding up,
Maybe they really
I was
just
adding
were.
up the points as we went along through it, so I was able to see like it was not going to beat 1969. It was tied with 76. It had 33 points in like the late November.
Okay.
And then there was some big stuff at the end that just brought it over the top, like Dangerous, Michael Jackson. Like there's a lot of stuff there at the end of the year that brought it into the lead. But there for a minute, it looked like 69 was going to be crowned the champion.
Nice. There we go.
So first place, 1991. Second place, 1969. Third place, 1976. There you go. I feel like that kind of goes along with what we thought.
Yeah, I kind of like, I like that it's the 90s.
I would have thought 87 would have been.
I also would have been
had
with
more points.
I thought 87 might have as well, but 91 was shocking. That was really awesome that it's 91. Man, the 90s were just the era, man. That was the decade.
That's it.
Wow.
Cool.
It feels good to bring this to a close, doesn't it?
Yeah, we brought it to a close. Now we get to move on to some other topics and other interesting things. So thank you guys for being along for the ride with us. One more quick thing. If you like what we do here, if you want more music history, bonus episodes, all sorts of cool stuff, hit up our Patreon, patreon.com/Melomaniax. Just one $5 a month tier, you're going to get a lot of awesome perks and even some more perks as we go along. So it'll only keep getting more valuable as we go. So, if you feel like it, grab that backstage pass, join the crew. That'll be all for us today. Any final words, Ashton?
Nope. We'll see you guys next time.